Hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we were going to head into Valammar, the last kind of location that we have for the bandits. We turfed them off the East Road. We didn't destroy the mercenary fortress, but we turfed them out of there too. Really, all that's left is this one Tig. And like I've said before, we can't have bandits or lyrium smugglers dicking about the Hinterlands. It's not a good look. We're trying to make sure this place is stabilized. And, you know, things can't really be stable if the Carta are dicking about in the area. Stay safe, Ram. Stay safe. Oh, another Nug friend. Another Nug friend. I still feel so guilty about the one I killed the last time I was here. In we go. This is a whole new area. Now then, let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with.
Must be an old dwarven outpost.
What was it for?
Trade, maybe? Your guess is as good as mine.
Trade seems likely. It's very close to the surface. Oh. Hello, dickhead. And get down. Well, if people didn't know we were here before, they certainly do now. Damn straight you are. Oh shit, excuse you. Do a scream. And do a spin. There we go. Ooh, and you're up there. I'll get to you in a minute. I do believe, yes, you dropped something. Excuse me. Excuse me, don't fire at me. Oh no. My guys have got it. They're fine. They're beating the shit out of him. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Scream. There we go. And now, buddy, get back. No running away. Seems we're going after them all. I mean, I was pretty content to explore and just kill these guys as and when necessary, but nope. No, it seems everyone else is like, no, we must get to them now. Ooh, hello. Don't mind if I do. Excuse me. Good stuff. Now, in the last episode, I was talking about D&D characters, and I don't think I ever finished my point. So I'm gonna do that now. As I was trying to say, I really like characters that, you know, they have this major part of them that it's so vitally important to them. Like Adri being a warlock. It really is kind of what makes her almost. So, she has the Pact of the Raven Queen. Technically speaking, this is a homebrew setting, so it's not the Raven Queen, it's someone else. But, you know, if you want to get into statistics and shit and, you know, the technicalities, it's the Raven Queen. And because of that, she has a pet raven called Mercutio. The door can only be opened by some kind of mechanism. Good stuff. Yeah, and Mercutio is so important to Adri. Adri absolutely dotes on that bird. And the idea of, you know, him not being in her life, I don't think she can imagine it. And you know, where Adri believes she gets her powers from, you know, she was studying magic before she signed her name in the family book. She was learning, you know, a few cantrips and shit like that. And she just kind of believes that, like, oh, I hit my stride. Like, the teaching really, that's when everything kind of hit me and I got good at it. I hit a learning curve. And I just so happened to sign my name in that book. You know, it was a coincidence. That's kind of what she believes. And I really like that. I have another character called Lottie. I like Lottie. Lottie's kind of inspired by Rapunzel, in that she's in her early 20s, she's human, and she has a very overprotective father. Her father is I guess artificer would be the best way to put it. He can make the most amazing, feats of mechanics. He can create mechanical marvels, things your eyes wouldn't believe. And he has been very protective of Lottie. His wife, her mother died in childbirth. And when she was 19, she got really rather sick. And, ever since then, he's been incredibly protective. Like, she's not allowed to leave the house, effectively, unless he's with her. And with Lottie, kind of what happened is that why she's an adventurer is that her father was out and unfortunately a runaway cart ran over him. He is alive, he is in a coma. However, her aunt, who was her mother's sister, basically said, listen, I'll look after your dad. You go have this adventure. It'll be good for you. Now, the thing that, is so integral to Lottie that Lottie doesn't know about... I'm just going to pause while I speak about this. The thing with Lottie is that Lottie isn't Lottie. Lottie isn't human. Lottie is dead. The original Lottie, who was born and, lived for 19 years, died with that extreme sickness. And if you remember, I said her dad can make mechanical marvels. He could not handle his daughter dying. And so first he looked into necromancy, but he's not a magical person. That isn't his expertise. So he gave up on necromancy and he said, what can I do? I can make a replacement. I can make a creature of metal and stone and wood, and I can make it so lifelike that no one would be able to tell that it wasn't human, not even the creature itself. And so that's exactly what he did. He built a person and he infused it with a clockwork soul. Lottie is a sorcerer. She has the clockwork soul origin, I guess you would call it, bloodline. So he basically nabbed a soul from Macarnus, which is this very, it's a clockwork realm. Everything there is, a machine, effectively. And he imbued that into the body. And then he basically taught this creature, oh, hey, you're my daughter. The reason you don't remember all of this stuff, the reason why you've had to learn how to warp and write and all of this, that's because of the sickness. It affected you really badly and it basically gave you amnesia. And so Lottie truly believes that she is Lottie. She believes that she is human, that she is this man's daughter, but she isn't. That's what I mean when I say a character aspect that is so integral to them, but they have no idea about it. I love characters like that. And it's very difficult to do that in video games. So I very rarely do. But when I can do that in tabletop, I love it. Carta note on security. We should be secure enough from outsiders. I'm more concerned about attracting darkspawn from the lower levels. We don't have the manpower to push them farther in. Keep the product on the upper levels and barricade the bridge. Okay. It's gotta be lyrium smuggling. It's gotta be. This is the Carta. Pitch grenade recipe. Don't mind if I do. Thank you kindly. And a yoink. I'm guessing if we opened up these boxes, there'd be like a load of lyrium powder or something like that. Man, my speech feels really slurred. You know, I'ma take a sip. Weird. And I don't know why either, that's concerning. And I can't even argue it was the stress. I can't even argue that it was the stress of the pillars getting to me, because that was last episode. Boo. Yoink. An angry note. First Liska, now Brenna. Caught him trying to steal some of the product. Just a little bit, just to keep, he says. Nug shit. Trying to make a little extra on the side, thinking I wouldn't notice. I will not be undermined. Your cousin said we could trust Brenna, so you handle it. If I'm not happy, you won't be either. So it was red lyrium smuggling. If they're saying like, oh, I just want to keep a little bit, I'm sure Varric, Aenor wouldn't recognise that, but Varric, he would. Oh dear, this... If lyrium has always been blue and you find some red stuff, why would you be like, oh, well, we gotta touch it and put our grubby little hands all over it? No, you run away. That's weird and new. Don't fuck about with that. Much of Valammar remains closed to us. Anyone interested in changing that should meet here tomorrow, 1 hour past noon. T. A series of notes has been scrawled below this notice. Stop wasting time on that damn door. I don't care what's behind it. The mechanism's broken. More importantly, who cares? We have product to move. And if you want to see if some ancient dwarf locked up the good tea... Oh. And you want to see if some ancient dwarf locked up the good tea set. We're short-handed as it is. If I hear you've taken another group to the lower levels in search of gears, I'll make you sorry. L. Probably Liska. First of all, I think this place used to be a trade post. There could be something valuable behind that door. And just how will you make me sorry? T. I'll use my imagination. And knives. L. Ooh. Liska sounds fiery. I quite like the sound of her. Also, that's a very pretty name for a dwarf. Liska. I like that. I might just nick that. I haven't actually played a dwarf in a tabletop campaign. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird.
How many can we expect to encounter? Blackwall?
It's hard to say. Keep your guard up.
Oh, is it? Okay. Huh. Surprised he doesn't have a more concrete answer for us, but oh well, what can you do? Now then, you dickhead! Revenge! Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, I see you over there. I see you over there. I want to check in here first, though. Oh, shit. I want to check if these are all named or if only one of them is named. Oh, no, none of them are named. Oh, damn. That's sad. And spin! Yes! And back! Keep on hitting! Oh, shit. Oh, Nelly, Nelly, Nelly. Girl, could you take a sip? That'd be great. We got this. There we go. I've got you, Vivienne. I'm here to help. There we go. Excellent. The Carta have been dealt with. Nice. Very good stuff. Now with that done, hopefully the refugees should be completely safe. You know, all they'll have to worry about is like, I don't know, wolves. You know, regular problems. You know, regular problems for people who live out in the middle of nowhere. Dwarven gear. This appears to be a machined dwarven gear. 1 out of 2 found. It's waiting for us. That's fucking creepy. I don't like that. Personal note scrawled in a ledger. It's good, though read. With the Templars severing ties to the Chantry, we should find buyers easily enough. It has to be the right buyer, though. Don't want anyone who'll get ideas. We need to control distribution. If travel across Lake Calenhad is secured, we're made. Most of the veins have been near the surface. There's enough of it, but if we find a deeper vein, a source, the take could be huge. Once we have a firm grip on the current operation, we can look into expansion. Very enterprising of them. Very enterprising. It's just such a shame that, you know, red lyrium makes you go crazy. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay, no, I'm fine. Report on activity in the Hinterlands. The soldiers call themselves the Inquisition. They've been helping the refugees near Redcliffe, poking around a fair bit too, though they haven't come near here. They have someone with a They have someone with a trick for closing those rifts. Claims she's some sort of prophet. Zealous nugshit if you ask me. Must be one fast-talking elf to get a bunch of humans to fall for that. Not sure what she's after, but if those mercenaries do their job, we won't have a problem. Still, keep an eye out. Oof! Oof! I don't know if this is worse than people thinking she's holy. Oh, that does hurt a little bit. I think it makes Aenor wince. The fact that they thought that she was claiming to be a prophet and that she had talked everyone into believing it. Oof.
They've been watching our movements.
Indeed they have. Just like that Herlock out there. Orders for lake operations. Check on operations at the lake. Make sure they're doing their jobs down there. Don't let them give you shit about the wildlife. I don't care. Take Liska with you. Give her something to do. She's been on edge, complaining about humming or some nonsense. If she can't handle the job, deal with it. Yes, the lake. That's where the dragon was. I believe that was the shore of Lake Calenhad. I think. I'm like 90% sure. Darktown's deals. Ask the nobles of Orzammar how their kingdom gets silks and grain and wine from the surface, and they'll tell you trade with the surface occurs. It occurs, as if on its own, with no traders or merchants or human farmers involved. A little miracle of dwarven ingenuity. The reality is a lot messier than their fantasy. Orzammar relies upon the surface, not just for its prosperity, but for its survival. Ages of blights have taken thousands of taigs away from the dwarves. These were the places where most of the food was raised. The dwarven kingdom that endured alone, independent beneath the stone from time immemorial, perished in the first blight, faded into myth. Now the remaining dwarves underground cling to existence through a lifeline to the surface, a chain forged from the casteless. Every dwarf who goes to the surface is stripped of caste, effectively exiled and removed from dwarven society forever. But Orzammar relies on continued relations with these exiles to live. This has created a shadowy area of dwarven trade and politics where the rich, powerful and elite maintain secret ties to people who, by official decree, no longer exist. And everyone knows what kind of things lurk in the shadows. The Carta lives in the underbelly of the surface trade. Brain, what is going on here? I have a little bit of a migraine developing, but I can't imagine that would make me slur so much. Jesus. 1 second. Oh. Very odd. Again, my apologies. My apologies about that. The Carta lives in the underbelly of the surface trade like a tapeworm. Many surface dwarves maintain ties, not officially recognised of course, but respectable, to their former houses in the noble or merchant castes, and those contacts are their means of trading with Orzammar. Those who have no ties, because they were cast off by their families or never had good connections, make the trip back underground to trade with Orzammar personally, where they find themselves treated like criminals. A casteless in Orzammar, even a wealthy one from the surface, will be driven away from most merchants, treated like he's carrying a plague at best. So these surface merchants turn to the Carta for help. The Carta acts as a contact in Orzammar for surface businesses, and sells their goods on the black market. Black market? Oh my god! I'm getting a little bit concerned right now, Jesus! I'ma take a breath. What the hell? The Carta acts as a contact in Orzammar for surface businesses, and sells their goods on the black market. For a cut, of course. The Carta always gets its cut. The outraged citizens of Orzammar sometimes petition the Assembly to deal with the rampant crime surrounding the black market, and showy displays are made of kicking in the doors to Carta hideouts and raising Dust Town. But the Carta always comes back, because the Assembly always allows it. Too much of Orzammar is dependent on the black market trade, and the nobles know it. They all do business with the Carta. Everyone has a stake in its success. The Carta has 1,000 faces above and below the surface. Honest merchants and noble caste lords and upstanding members of the Merchants' Guild. All a cover for the thousands more smugglers, thieves and murderers in the shadows. The lifeline of Orzammar. Praise the ancestors. Excerpted from Darktown's Deal by Varric Tethras. Hey! Nice. Very, very well written, Varric, although for some reason it gave me a lot of trouble. There we go. Yeah, we're still looking for the other gear. Now then, Mr. Darkspawn, are you still out there? You are still out there, hello! Fuck you! Aenor, there we go. What? I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll go with it. There we go. I think... Oh, hello! You're right. If you could just die, that'd be great. Come on, Aenor. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Good stuff. Darkspawn dealt with. I think Aenor has some conflicting feelings about fighting Darkspawn. Because if you remember, Aenor was attacked by Darkspawn when she was in her early teens. And I do think she has nightmares about that experience, because that would be extremely traumatic to be asleep in your bed one minute and then being dragged away with other young women the next. God knows what is going to happen to you. So I think she does have some fears of Darkspawn. Also, you know, they carry the blight. That's not great. But at the same time, I think she does kind of relish in killing them because, you know, you traumatized me when I was a young girl. Don't appreciate that. And you're generally just evil, so, you know, you need to die. Okay, let's see what's in here. Excusez-moi. Okay, well, we got a mosaic piece. Very nice. Ooh, 10 out of 12 found. Very nice. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave off right here. Just because I've been having so many tongue fumbles, I think I need to take a little bit of a break. Maybe just have a drink or something, take a breath. In the next episode, we continue exploring Valammar and hopefully less tongue fumbles. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.